faked the out, went down. Hand off to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The hand off to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The hand off to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. He Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down.
When your car needs service, you don't have time to wait around. At Grease Monkey, we're locally owned and ready to get you back on the road with our 15-minute oil change. But we do more than just oil changes, from tire rotation and AC services to diesel and fleet services, transmission and coolant fluid exchange, fuel filters, wiper blades, engine air filters, and cabin air filters. We can keep your vehicle running at its best. Fast, friendly, local. Done fast, done right. Grease Monkey, more than just an oil change. When your car needs service, you don't have time to wait around. At Grease Monkey, we're locally owned and ready to get you back on the road with our 15-minute oil change. But we do more than just oil changes, from tire rotation and AC services to diesel and fleet services, transmission and coolant fluid exchange, fuel filters, wiper blades, engine air filters, and cabin air filters. We can keep your vehicle running at its best. Fast, friendly, local. Done fast, done right. Grease Monkey, more than just an oil change.
Now we're joined by Coach Cheney. Coach, last week against Whites Creek didn't really go the way you wanted to. What was the biggest thing you learned in watching film? Either maybe you saw it in the game. What's maybe one thing that you learned that maybe you all can do this week to do better to get the win?
Yeah, I think clean up some offensive line play where we were allowing a couple of run-throughs a couple of times and had some different guys out there than we normally have out there due to some injuries and whatnot. And had some young guys, had Cole Alford went down. He's our free safety and halfback, and had some young guys had to fill in for him. So, they got kind of wide-eyed early on and then settled in. So I think after a week of practice in those spots, and maybe we can do a better job this week.
Now looking ahead to Warren Central, in the past, they were a pretty pass-heavy team. Are they still that way this year? Or they kind of changed up their scheme?
No, they're still a spread concept. They run a little bit, but they like to pass the ball and short passes, and they'll try to get vertical down the field as well. So they have several athletes. Always an athletic group when we go up there and play Warren Central. So just have to go work on our assignments and play well.
What have you seen from your guys in practice and getting ready for this week 2 game after a loss, and their mindset of maybe starting to run with a win tonight?
Yeah, that's definitely our mindset to start a run with a win. And we've had some good defensive practices. We've had some, I'd say, lackluster offensive practices. But we had a practice this morning and it went okay. And so just trying to get better every day.
Without saying score more points than the other team, what are maybe some key things that you all need to do tonight? Maybe two or three things that you have to do to get the win.
Well, I think we have to tackle well. Anytime there's athletes out in space, it's you need to tackle well so they don't slip off of you. I think that offensively we really have to protect up front better, and we have to eliminate the linebacker blitz, run through the A gap or B gap. Just have to have our head up as an offensive line and see those things and protect the ball. And I think if we do those things, we'll be successful.
Hey everyone, we are here on the Grease Monkey of Franklin pregame show with a few of our players. Let's meet our first one tonight. Our first player, introduce yourself.
My name is J.C. Roby.
All right, J.C., what positions do you play, and maybe what's been your history on the Franklin-Simpson football team?
I play DN and tight end.
And then what year are you, and how many years have you been playing football total?
Class of 2027. I played high school. I played 2 years, and I played 1 year middle school, and I played junior.
Awesome. After last week's loss against Whites Creek, what's been the mindset of the team this week at practice?
To just go get it and move on and play harder next week.
When you look at Warren Central tonight, you're a defensive end, and in years past they've won.
You never want to start a season 0-2, obviously, but in high school football, the really important games obviously are the district games, Cody, but you really, district play will be here before you know it, and you really want to begin to set a good tone getting ready and getting prepped for district play.
Absolutely. And with homecoming activities will take
this
place
being our last year in this
halftime.
district play setup, what an important year that this is for this young Wildcats team to get this season rolling in the right direction. We play with a lot of freshmen, play with a lot of underclassmen, not a huge bunch of seniors on this football team. So this is going to be an important game to get the ball rolling, so to say, in the right direction for our Franklin-Simpson Wildcats.
And Cody, if you had to think about, look at last week's game, think about last year's game. I know you've got some numbers from last year's game between these two schools. Obviously, the easy answer to a key to the game for Franklin-Simpson, the running game has to be good and has to be good early, and it's got to be good often.
Right. I think the biggest key for this game to me is, just like you said, the running game. And what is going to impact this running game the most? It's up front.
Yeah.
It's going to be the big uglies. It's going to be those road graders.
Where the Cats should have an advantage.
Absolutely. And in particular, it's going to begin and end with number 55, Donovan Dudley, listed at 6'3", 300 pounds, one of the top offensive linemen in 4A as just a junior. This young man is absolutely going to be a menace tonight against these Warren Central Dragons.
Last week, as I said, the Dragons lost 21-0 to Monroe County. Latavian Dunn, the quarterback. Now, he threw the ball, Cody. He threw the ball 7. Completed 9 of them, just 85 yards. But a Franklin defense that we know struggles a little bit against the pass, struggled last Friday against the pass, struggles against an athletic quarterback. Dunn is all of those things. Definitely a point of concern going into this one.
For sure, especially when you look back at a season ago when he was a year younger and against the Wildcats at the Wildcats, which they threw it more because they were so far behind than trying to get back into the football game. You're going to throw the football more, but a season ago, he went 23 of 35 for 274 yards and 2 touchdowns, and those are big-time numbers. I don't care how you cut it.
Absolutely.
And they did just run the ball with the running back 4 times in that game, and Tay Dunn had 8 rushing attempts for 46 yards himself. But, I mean, that's big-time numbers. They did lose one of those receivers. Another one is coming back in Ramon North. He had 6 receptions for 93 yards and a tutty himself. So we're going to see what Dunn has in store for that Dragons offense here tonight, while we're going to really keep an eye on what did a phenomenal job against that Whites Creek offense in the first half last week. We're going to see how they hold up in the second half in particular, Brian.
Absolutely. And for the Cats, again, just to touch quickly back on last Friday's game, that a game that, let's face it, anybody would say that watched that game.
All right, 3rd and 9. And back to pass. He's got Jay. Oh, he's got Josiah in the open. He's in the field. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Josiah.
Delk takes the shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a jump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. He caught it. Signal a touchdown.
Have to run another play, and you can hear the fans across the way, Franklin-Simpson, avenging a big loss they had last year at the hands of Johnson Central, 48-0. Tonight, they come back and they defeat Johnson Central 35-21 for the Class 4A state championship.
Brings it down. Interception. The junior seals it for the Wildcats.
Throwing up past the end. Going to throw it towards the end zone. Good pass. Jalen's there. He caught it!
I gotta survive. Squad with me and they down for the ride. Money, power, pain, passion, and pride. I'll do anything to fight for my tribe. No fear, walk through flames. Sweat drop, feel no pain. Real life ain't no games. I'm on a hunt. Ain't nowhere to run. Second to none. Let's go! You know I'm number one. Had to put it in beast mode. Fighting for the top spot. I came up from zero. Team with me and we working, yeah, we got the cheat code. You know it don't matter if I'm on the west or the east coast. Ain't no coming in peace, bro. Yeah, I'm in beast mode. Fighting for the top spot. I came up from zero. Team with me and we working, yeah, we got the cheat code. You know it don't matter if I'm on the west or the east coast. Ain't no coming in peace, bro. Yeah, I'm in beast mode. Beast mode. Oh! Beast mode.
240 pounds, and he looks like every bit of that 240 pounds is pure muscle out there. That looks like a grown man out there in those pads. I'm telling you that kid, that don't look like a kid. I mean, he looks like he's out there to do damage right now as we're getting set for kickoff.
You're listening to 92.3 WFKN, Franklin, Kentucky. Thank you for joining us tonight, whether you're listening on the radio, on the app, online, ever how you may be listening. We appreciate you for joining us tonight for Wildcat football. We are underway. Cats have it. Patterson brings it up for the Cats, still on his feet, crosses the 30, and they'll stop his forward progress. They'll mark him all the way up at the 33, I think. So good field position for the Cats to start this one.
Absolutely, and he lowered the shoulder there on number 22 for the Dragons, Jamari Ford. Welcome to the show, freshman. He just got welcomed into this football game on that opening kickoff hit.
Nash Ballou, the Cats quarterback, threw the ball last week just 3 times for 23 yards. Did have a touchdown, though, so we'll see if the Cats can maybe get the air game going a little bit more tonight than they did last Friday night. Blue goes under center. Handoff, Jones, right up the gut. Good running room across the 40 to the 41, and a gain of about 8 on first down. Will bring up 2nd and 2.
Picking up right where he left off last week, Brian. I believe that is an 8-yard carry right there for Aiden Jones, and just running over Warren Central Dragons on his way to those 8 yards.
I think the Dragons defense probably thought Hampton, when he went in motion there, was going to get that football, but the direct snap back to Jones for the big gain. So 2nd and 2 officially from the 41 of the Wildcats.
Great job there by Nash getting everybody in place.
Nash takes a snap, turns around, gives it to Hampton this time, and he's got the first down and then some across the 45 to the 46. Good for 5 yards and a first down.
Picked up what looked like a great block there from number 87, Hunter Griffin, the junior in there, 6 foot 170 for the Wildcats out on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 46.
This rhythm is so important for our Wildcats early on.
We're just a minute into this one on a beautiful Friday night from Warren Central High School. Nash under center, takes a snap, fakes it to Jones, gives it to Hampton, running right, got some running room across midfield into Dragon territory. Going to be about 3 yards short of the first down, but a good run on first down for Zay Hampton.
You know, Brian, I saw Zay early on, right after that coin flop, or flip, coin flop. There's no LeBron out here on this field. Yep, shots fired. Zing, but
LeBron catching strays out here, and he ain't even here.
Zay Hampton is fired up for this one, looking like he is in here to make an impact early on as well.
Nash goes up under center. Dragons almost jump. They get back. Nash, handoff. Jones, first down. And Cody, while they're setting the chains for that Wildcat first down, we do want to take a moment and apologize for our technical difficulties last Friday night.
Absolutely.
It was bad all the way around. It was frustrating. I hope that if you're listening and you listened last Friday, you can already tell a vast difference in tonight. I certainly can. So we apologize. It's just live radio can be a thing now, and every once in a while it goes crazy, and it sure did last Friday night.
For sure. Test your patience 100%.
1st and 10 from the 42, and the Wildcats have 2 men moving at the same time. That's illegal start and false start, and it cost the Cats 5 yards. Again, Cody, I don't think if you're the Cats, you're going to be able to move the ball. You just can't have those self-inflicted injuries like you did right there.
Yeah, we didn't get a whole lot of that last week, but last season that was a major point of emphasis.
Yes.
We had so many self-inflicted wounds with false start penalties, with late hits, personal fouls, just across the board things that you didn't want to see. And we're hoping that those things have gotten remedied over this summer.
1st and 15 from the 47. Handoff. Jones right up the gut, still on his feet.
Look at him go.
Inside 8-yard line, a gain of 9, and that'll bring up about 2nd and
Franklin-Simpson 7, Warren Central nothing. Deep for the Dragons is number 2, Keyshawn Green.
Let's go! Sing. Here we go! G-O! Let's go!
Yeah, barely. You're echoing really bad.
Here we go! G-O! Let's go! Sing.
Yep.
Go hit somebody!
Kicking off for Franklin-Simpson, number 9, Brody McAllister. Two, Keyshawn Green on the return for Warren Central. Tackle for Franklin-Simpson by number 10, Arian McCormick. Dragons will have it 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Six, Derwin Carver on the carry for the Dragons. Brought down by number 10, Arian McCormick. Gain down to the Franklin-Simpson 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Dragons. Latavian Dunn on the carry for the Dragons. Led by a gang of Wildcats. Lost back to the 43-yard line, be 2nd down and 12. Dunn's pass is complete. Caught by number 21, DeJuan Simmons. Gain to the Wildcat 40, be 3rd down and 9. Dunn's pass complete to 2, Keyshawn Green. Gain down to the Wildcat 32. 2-yard line. Bring up 4th down and a yard. Complete. Second down for the Dragons at the Wildcat 35. Correction, 3rd down. Jones pass complete to 0, Ramon North. Dragons will have it 1st and goal at the Franklin-Simpson 1-yard line. Latavian Dunn on the carry. Stopped just short of the goal line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the Dragons.
here.
They got to put number 17, Dylan Cox, a junior, 5'7", 145 junior in on a big play, 2nd and goal.
Now, I saw him warming up before the game, so I believe he is their backup.
2nd and goal from about the 1 foot line. Now, he's big enough. You could put him up number 7. It's a big young man.
Sure is.
5'7", 145. He weighs more than that.
Most definitely.
He takes the snap. Oh, great tackle by the Wildcat.
Huge hit in the backfield.
That was Kason Hemshoot, Cody, number 5.
Kason Hemshoot come in there like a freight train.
Shoot.
3rd and goal from around the Franklin-Simpson 1 yard line.
I see what you did.
Man, come on, dude. Stay here with me.
Shooting the gap.
There you go. And he did. And that takes it back to about the 1 yard line. So that's a loss. And now it's 3rd and goal.
One wide receiver way out wide right.
Dunn back in there. Hands it off. And that's going to be a Dragon touchdown. Number 23, Sean Abrasi. I guess that's how you say that. I'm not totally sure. But at the end of the day, the Dragons have their first points of the season.
Absolutely, on a good-looking drive here at Warren Central.
It was. I mean, I hate to say this. They pretty much did whatever they wanted to do. They did what the Wildcats did when the Cats had the ball. Whatever they wanted to do.
Yes.
So it could be one of those nights here at Dragon Field.
With 1:31 left to play, getting set to possibly be all knotted up at 7 apiece.
Kathan Fort going to come on for the extra point. And what will be, I know, his first attempt this year. Snap, set, kick. He got it right up through there. It's good. So with a minute and a half to play first quarter, we're tied at 7. You're listening to Franklin-Simpson football on 92.3 WFP. Knotted at 7 as Cody, your point earlier, they just marched it right down the field. Some big pass plays. That concern we had pregame that the Wildcats pass defense last Friday was just not up to snuff, especially in the second half. And it shows itself here early in this one.
For sure. And a season ago, Brian, Warren Central did score their 2 touchdowns against us towards the end of the first half on huge pass plays where they just outran our corners.
Forte's kick is away, dropped by the Cats, now picked up, and it's going to actually turn out pretty good for them.
I believe that's Payne, Jeremiah Payne.
Yeah, Roby had it, dropped it, then Payne picked it up and ran it out to the 35-yard line, 36-yard line for the Cats.
Now, Brian, I don't know, but looking at J.C. Roby this season in comparison to last season, that young man looks like he's grown a ton.
Without a doubt, yes.
For sure. Physically, he looks like a different kid up here in the booth.
Yes. All right, so the clock ticks under a minute now to play first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Cats from their own 37.
Lots of motion.
Yep. Nash gets a snap, turns around, hands it to Hampton. I think that is. Not much running room there. Maybe a yard or two.
I believe that handoff was to Cam Anderson.
That was to Anderson. You're exactly right.
Cam Anderson, that's a young man, too, that I watched some back of the game from last week. Don't be surprised by that young man's diminutive stature. He is out looking for contact. He is not shying away from anything. He wants to hit you and hit you hard, let you know that he has been there.
That's going to do it for the first quarter. So both teams score touchdowns on their opening drives of the night. And right now it looks like we're in for a good one from Warren Central. Franklin-Simpson 7, Warren Central 7 on 92.3 WFKN.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten, we'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some wire on some poles that we have recently changed out. As they age, they start to crack or rot at the bottom, so we try to stay ahead of those types of outages. Probably the neatest part of working here. So working in the community that I live in and grew up in, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from that. You know, if there is an outage, there's a good chance that you're restoring power, maybe to a family member, a friend, your preacher, something like that. So just being able to help and serve the people that you know, that's a good feeling.
Second quarter, and it's a handoff to Aiden Jones across the 40 up to about the 42, so not much on that one. And it's going to be, Cody, a third down here for the Cats in about 4.
Yeah, 3rd and 4, which I don't feel too bad about for our Wildcats, but Aiden Jones right there kind of got stood up at the 43-yard line, and we don't see a whole lot of Aiden Jones getting stood up very often.
You know, Warren Central's got a little bit bigger defensive line than they've had the last couple of years. They got a couple of what they used to call mollywoggers up there in the
big
front.
Number 77 right there. That's a full-grown man.
Here it is on 3rd down. Hampton going to run right and get the first down and then some, and hit hard about the 49-yard line of the Dragons, but that's well enough for a first down, and the Wildcats move the chains again.
Brian, that right there is the wing tee being run to perfection.
Yep.
All the moving pieces up front, drawing in those Warren Central linebackers while we're breaking it out to the outside.
So 1st and 10 now from the 49 of the Dragons in a 7-7 ball game with 10:45 left in the first half. A beautiful night in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Hampton goes in motion. Handoff. Man, protect that ball, young man.
Absolutely.
That was number 4, Jeremiah Payne, the youngster, the freshman who looked good in spurts last Friday night. Gets that ball down to the 45, gain of 4. It's 2nd and 6.
Pulled the ball up and out wide, almost, here's a throwback for you, sort of. A little bit of LaShawn McCoy, former running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. That thing got out there wide and high. He's got to bring that in and keep it tight on his chest where it's good and strong.
2nd and 6 from the 45. Good crowd across the way for the Cats. Handoff, Jones, right up the gut. Has some running room, running over some Dragons inside the 40 to the 36-yard line.
Now that's the Aiden Jones we've come to know and love right there, going and falling forward with the football as he's running over would-be tacklers.
That's a gain of 9. And it's 1st and 10 from the 36. Cats getting the play in. Jones lines up right behind Nash. Zay Hampton flanks his left. Now handoff. Jones running left. Not much running room that time. Maybe a yard, and that's it.
Not much on that one. Now coming into a very important 2nd down play for the Wildcats, needing to get some yards moving forward because we've yet to see Nash complete a pass, I think. Did we complete a pass last week, Brian?
Yes, he actually threw a touchdown. Yeah, Hampton caught a touchdown pass. I believe it was Hampton.
That's right across the middle. I remember now.
Yep.
That was a nice look for him as we sent 3 deep, and he turned around and caught it right at the goal line all by himself. I remember now.
Just 1 for 3 for 23 yards, that touchdown. 2nd and 8. Nash, double handoff this time. Hampton, nobody's fooled on the Dragons defense that time, and he might have got a yard. And it's going to bring up 3rd and around 7. One of the distances the Wildcat offense does not want to find itself in. 3rd and more than 5.
Run right into 2 Dragon tacklers right there.
Ball on the 33 now.
In a heavy set.
Big 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Kason Jones goes in motion. Now Hampton does. Handoff. Zay up the gut. Going to be well short of the 1st down. It's going to be about 4th and 4.
Put his foot in the ground and tried to cut it up the middle there.
And didn't have to, I don't think. Cody.
No, he gave up on his blockers a little bit early there, but we've seen Zay with the speed certainly able to cut that up the gut and get away from everyone with that big 6-foot frame.
So 4th and 4 now from the 30. A big play early in this 2nd quarter.
Going for it.
Nash. Puts Hampton in motion, hands it to him, running left. He's got the 1st down plus some. Wide open out there. He gets inside the 20 to around the 16, 17-yard line and a Wildcat 1st down.
That one kind of surprised me a little bit with the way that they ran the football. I thought that they would have broke it out towards the Franklin-Simpson sideline, but instead they come across on the short side. We've had a lot of successes running it to the far hash in that side of the football field. I almost kind of look for that right here, that or an Aiden Jones special.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 17.
Already under 7 minutes to play here.
Yeah, this clock is moving in this 2nd quarter. Wildcats have not put the ball in the air yet tonight. Nash, handoff, right up the gut to Jones, and he gets to the 15, just a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
The D tackles for Central.
They're doing a good job.
They are digging in now on Aiden Jones.
Warren Central's outmanned just about at every position tonight, but kudos to them. They are playing hard. And that number 77 coming off for a break, that's a big young man now.
I'm saying.
Goodness gracious.
He's what we'd call from Eastern Kentucky a hoss.
Hoss cat. 2nd and 8 from the 15. Nash and the Cat's going to move there. Caught that illegal start.
Can't stand to have too many more of those, Brian.
And that's going to make it. And, boy, you go from 2nd and 8, a position you really don't want to be in, to 2nd and 13. Almost for sure need to pass here on 2nd or 3rd down, I would say.
Curious I am to see what offensive coordinator Matt Marsh dials up in a scenario like this. Whenever you've got a tight 7-7 game and that clock ticking away here in the 2nd quarter.
2nd and 13. He's going to throw. Looking. Got a man out there for nothing.
Stuck.
Kason Jones caught the pass. No, that was Hampton, excuse me. Zay Hampton, and it's for no gain. Back to the line of scrimmage. Great tackle. Missed the number who made the tackle over there for the Dragons. But at any rate, now it's 3rd and 13.
Zay Hampton might turn out to be the best receiver on Franklin-Simpson Wildcats sideline this season. He, a season ago, didn't have any catches against the Dragons, but, man, did he go off running the football.
They gave him 3 yards, so it's 3rd and 10. Hampton in motion. Handoff. Right up the middle. That's Jones.
McCormick.
He's still on his feet. He's going to walk into the end zone. Kason Jones.
Yeah, Kason Jones that time. My Lord.
From 17 yards out and a touchdown.
made 2 cuts and went forward with it. I thought that was McCormick out there.
Kaysen got a little run that drive and touched the ball a couple of times. And did it successfully on that one. And the Cats lead at 13-7 pending the extra point.
Showed off some really nice sideline to sideline quickness on those couple of cuts.
McAllister on for the extra point. Snap, set, kick is perfect. 4:44 left first half. Franklin-Simpson 14, Warren Central 7. You're listening to 92.3 W. As we get back underway, as we get near to already to halftime, 4:44 is all that's left in this one. Couple of scores, Barron County and Glasgow. Boy, you talk about a rivalry game going on up there tonight. Tied at 7 in the first quarter with 9.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Warren East leads Greenwood 7-2.
Wow. That's a score you don't see very often. Brian, that was a huge drive there by the Wildcats to go up by a touchdown. And in particular, it was very important for them to come on and take that long drive, took off a full 7 minutes off the clock and cool off this crowd and cool off that Warren Central offense.
McAllister on to kick it away. And he gets a good kick into that one. Drives the defender, the catcher back, and he fumbles it into the end zone. Now he better just squat down with it's what he better do. That's not a safety. He never brought the ball out.
Yeah, he never brought the ball out there. But, I mean, what's he doing?
Yeah. I honestly thought that once the ball went into the end zone.
Did they call that a safety? I just overheard our PA saying
they've
that's a
already
safety.
put the points on the scoreboard. I'm not sure that's a safety.
Myself either. I mean, he danced around like he was going to try to come out with it.
But he never did.
But he never got out of the end zone after he maintained possession.
Let's see what they're going to decide here. They're talking about it. I honestly thought that once the ball, in high school, I thought once the ball went into the end zone, it couldn't be returned, period, is what I thought. But clearly I'm way wrong on that one.
Waiting to see here now what this turns out to be with the Franklin-Simpson defense out there on the field too, it appears.
Yeah, and they're talking to the Franklin coaching staff. I think they're probably going to take these 2 points off the board, and I got to say, I think rightfully so.
Absolutely.
Because he never got out of the end zone with that football.
But he's certainly going to need a talking to understand what to do in a situation like that. And once you fumble the kick and just go down with it.
Yeah, no safety. Yep, hey, Cody Schuler, we had one right, buddy. We were both right on that one.
You know what? I feel like we're getting it all right here tonight. Knock on wood.
Now it's 14-7 again, and the Dragons have it not at the 40 as the scoreboard says, but at the 20. Dunn has it, and they blow it dead, and that's another false start. Both teams kind of shooting themselves in the foot with a lot of false starts here. And to your point earlier, a couple that they haven't even called. So,
right. And what I saw on that one was, once again, wide receivers getting off the line early.
Yep.
And they're out really far wide out there. And I think that they're going just by what they hear rather than what they see.
Absolutely. So 1st and 15, 4:31 left in the first half. Dunn back to pass, looks across the middle, deflected away by Zay Hampton. Dunn had a man out there, and a great defensive play by Mr. Zay.
Zay nearly picked that one off. I thought he was going to bring it in there for a moment.
A good-looking ball, though, from Dunn. He throws a nice spiral.
Yeah, that was tight and on a line.
Better defense, thankfully, for the Cats.
Dunn has seemingly got his wide receivers in mind as he's walking to the line where he's going to go with it, because we've seen him not shy away from throwing into double or even triple coverage.
He locks on a guy, and he doesn't really look to check down or anything like that. Dunn will hand it off this time. That's not going anywhere. Great pursuit by the whole, might as well say the whole Wildcat defense there.
For sure. That's some great gang tackling by your Franklin-Simpson defense.
And that's going to bring up third and really long, probably third about 20 now for the Dragons. As the scoreboard says it's fourth down, it's not. It's third. Now they change it. 5, 10. No, it's third and 15. Okay, third and 15.
Wildcat defense fired up right now in the moment after a couple of big stops.
Can they get off the field here on third down? Done. Back to pass. Got a scramble, and he's going to be sacked. And a flag comes in. That's probably in the area of holding, I would guess.
Aiden Jones got into the backfield quick, fast, and in a hurry on the out sack.
Now let's see what the penalty's on, or who the penalty's on. Holding against the Dragons. You'll decline that if you're Franklin and make the Dragons punt it away on fourth down.
Second sack of the night right there for this Franklin-Simpson defense, and it come up at a really important point.
3:39 left, so you should get out of this with good field position, Cody. And, man, if you can tack another one on the board here before the half, you really feel good about yourself.
Price.
Jackson Price. Yes, thank you, Cody. Jackson Price out back deep for the Cats, standing just beyond midfield. Snap almost goes over the punter's head. He does a great job to get rid of it.
Get
to
away.
his credit.
Get away
but
from
it doesn't go anywhere.
What are we doing right there?
Why are we trying to touch that ball?
Why are you trying to touch the ball, young man? Get away from that.
So great field position for Franklin-Simpson. They are going to mark that at the 16-yard line.
Ooh, that one made my neck itch.
That was something. Yep.
What kind of starting field position is this, Brian? From the Warren Central 16 with 2:54 to play here before the half.
You could not ask for better, much better. Now they're going to blow the clock dead for some reason. Oh, I think the clock shouldn't be running. We haven't snapped the ball yet.
Yeah. Change of possession.
I think the clock shouldn't be running. Again, to remind you, listeners, it is homecoming here at Warren Central. Cody nor I are up for homecoming king, so we won't be affected by those festivities.
Not tonight. There we go. We got the right time back up on the scoreboard at 2:56 to play here.
St. X leads Bowling Green 25-7 at halftime, and most people thought Bowling Green would have a chance in that one.
Bowling Green looked great in their first outing, just St. X showing who they truly are.
1st and 10, handoff again to Jones, Kaysen Jones. Got to signify which Jones gets the ball for the Wildcats.
Kaysen Jones showing up here in the absence of Cole Alford.
That's right, yeah.
Doing a really nice job.
Cole out tonight and probably for a couple weeks at least.
No gain on that one.
Cats content to burn a little clock here and make sure the Dragons do not get this football back. Dragons get the ball coming out of the half. Handoff, running left. Hampton got some blockers out there. He cuts it up, stays on his feet into the end zone. I think touchdown Wildcats.
Way
from 15
to
yards out.
Way to go, Zay Hampton, to wait and follow those blockers. That was a great visual representation of exactly how to follow your blockers. That needs to be on every high school running back's tape right there, to wait, be patient, try not to overrun and overplay your run. That was a phenomenal job by Zay Hampton, pardon me. Everybody's a Jones tonight.
Jones,
keeping
Hampton,
up with the Joneses.
That's right. 20-7. McAllister on for the extra point. Snap, set, kick is, again, perfect. 2:09 left. First half, we'll keep it here. 21-7. The Wildcats with a 2-touchdown lead. And if there's one disappointing thing there, you did leave the Dragons over 2 minutes and 3 timeouts here to end the half.
More than enough time to run a 2-minute offense on an offense that has shown the ability to throw the ball around the field.
That last drive, they started out with bad field position, and they never really could recover from that. We'll see if they do a better job here on this kickoff of leaving that ball alone if it settles into the end zone.
One thing I am kind of excited to see right now, though, Brian, is this defensive line try their best to get after the quarterback with Hunter Wood and Aiden Jones, a sack already here tonight.
All right, 2:09 left. Cats will come out and kick it away. Man, look at that sky just above that community college there, Cody. Absolutely beautiful.
Really beautiful sight here in Bowling Green.
We'll be wearing hoodies and stuff to games before we know it.
I don't look forward to those times.
I don't either. I do not like those.
I am not a
games.
pumpkin spice person.
Me neither. Kicks away and stays out of the end zone this time. Returnable. And number 2, Green, returns it. He gets popped.
Big hit there on the return and brought down hard was Green.
But he's out across he's across the 20 to the 23-yard line. Yeah, the clock started again there, and it should not have. They got that resolved again. 1:51 left in the half. Nothing Central would like than to answer that latest Wildcat touchdown with some points. Dunn throws it across the middle. Ball got deflected, thankfully, at the line of scrimmage. He was looking for North, the senior 6'2" wide receiver out there. Ball drops harmlessly to the ground. It's 2nd and 10.
Stand up Wildcats defense, getting their ears pinned back and playing with some confidence out there.
It seems like after that first drive, Cody, the defense has kind of settled in a little bit.
Yeah, they've, as us older guys might say, they've found their swagger a little bit out there.
2nd and 10, 1:48, clock stopped. Dunn looks right, deflected at the line of scrimmage again.
Looking for the junior, number 3, Kingston Wilkinson.
That was our guy on that deflection. Big Donovan Dudley, Cody, batted that one out of the air.
Donovan Dudley, as this game goes on, I look for him to stand out more and more as he plays like a man amongst boys out there oftentimes.
He looks like a man among boys out there.
At 6'3", 300 pounds, he sure does. And not a heavy 300 pounds, a 300 pounds that can move.
And now if you're the Dragons, you run the risk, since you're incomplete passes, you run the risk now of letting the Cats have the football back. Dunn going to try to throw it again. Got a man open that time, and he dropped it.
Threw it a hair behind Wilkinson
behind
for the Dragons, unable to bring it in.
And, man, that's a quick 3-and-out right there. And with the apparent issues with the Dragons' kicking game, anything could happen on this fourth down punt.
Shout out to that junior, number 3 for the Dragons. I graduated high school with his mom. There's a little pin on how old I am.
Ha! I don't want to talk about how old anybody is, okay? Let's just change the subject, all right? Dragons going to punt it away on fourth down.
Oh, boy, yep.
Snap's a little better that time. Kicks a little better that time.
We were offsides.
And no flag? Oh, there is a flag.
There
okay.
is. Yeah, we were offsides.
Still going to be 4th and 5, but matter of fact, I would almost believe Warren Central will decline that because I don't think you want to run the risk of trying to punt it again. They were lucky to get that one away.
I think they're going to do just that, too, and decline.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, both teams going down to where the ball was spotted after the kick. So, but the officials getting together, talking about post-game coffee and snack treat plans. Still no signal what they did even call. I believe you that it was offsides, but nobody's signaled anything. That it was accepted or declined or. Now they're marching the ball back, Cody. Can you take that penalty after the fact?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't know what's happening, and I don't think they do either.
That's an interesting.
They just
just
moved the ball 5 yards farther back, like they were moving it for a penalty.
I'm going to listen to our PA.
Yeah, he don't know either. Because the White Hat has not made a signal to anybody about what's happening. And that is frustrating.
I guess they're talking it over as I can see him talking to the line judges here. But I was unaware that you could take 5 yards after a punt.
I've never seen that happen. And still, no signal about anything about what has transpired. So now they're going to get together and talk yet again.
I think they need to move it up 5 yards.
I think they are realizing that that's exactly what they need to do.
Otherwise, they needed to accept the penalty and kick it again.
Right.
Because if there was any kind of unsportsmanlike or anything like that, that's 15
Absolutely,
yards.
Not 5, yep.
And I don't know if there is a 5-yard penalty for anything like this.
This is odd. The officials are still
there we go. You just picked the ball
talking.
up.
Now they're moving the ball back to where it was. So, again, we were right again. Now they're going to go kick this. They're going to make them kick this ball again.
They sure are.
So after all of that, let's see. Offsides on the Wildcats. Why would you, if you're Warren Central, why would you not decline that penalty? You're not going to get better field position.
No, not. I mean, that was basically a 35-yard punt.
Coach Davidson asking, wait a minute, I'm not even sure they asked him what he wanted to do. And he's pointing back down here, and I bet you anything he's saying, I would rather them have the ball down here where it was. Because nobody ever even came over here and talked to him. And he is not happy.
Especially after the previous punt went about 10 yards.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy if I was him either. I think he wanted to decline that penalty, and for some reason, he was not allowed to do that. And I don't know. Yeah, he is chewing that line judge's ear off.
Well, I guess we'll see what number 15, Kathan Forte's got in store here as the punter gets set to come back on and kick this one.
Yeah, he is hot.
And rightfully so.
Yeah. Now they can't decide where the ball is.
Yeah.
Oh
now they've got
gracious.
the 5 yards messed up there for the line of scrimmage.
So, yeah, they made them take the penalty. It's 4th and 5, kicks away.
Decent.
But
it takes a Franklin-Simpson bounce.
Man, Warren Central got hosed.
Wow.
I know we're Franklin announcers. Warren Central just got hosed on that whole scenario.
That was a 20-yard, near 18 yards, basically, an 18-yard difference in field position for the Franklin-Simpson Wildcats. Now we've got 124, and rather than probably kneeling out the clock.
Yes, which we would have done back there.
For sure. Not for sure, but it's possible.
More than likely.
Yeah, we might have taken 1 or 2 shots at it before taking a knee. But now go score, or at least get in line to give.
Somebody's going to, Warren Central's going to call a timeout. So after all of that, man, and you know, it's the announcer's jinx. I don't really believe in that. But we mentioned how quickly the first half was moving along.
Yes.
And a few minutes after we mentioned that a couple times, we hit the brakes.
Absolutely. Franklin-Simpson with, well, it doesn't say how many timeouts we have up there, but have we used one?
I don't think we've used one.
I don't think we've used one either. And at the very least, I would like to think that we can give senior kicker Brody McAllister a shot at this.
Get him in range. Yeah,
with 124 and 3 timeouts.
Yeah, get him in range, see what he can do. Absolutely.
Brody McAllister took a couple of shots at 40 yards a season ago. I think his long for the season was 38. If I remember correctly, don't quote me on that, but I do believe it was around 35 to 38 yards a season ago. And here they are to the line, 1st and 10, 124 to play, 3 timeouts, leading Warren Central 21-7. Looking to pass. Nash, he's got a man.
He does.
Coming
That's
up the left
Hanson.
side. That's Kaysen Jones.
That's Kaysen Jones again. That young man has been everywhere tonight. The sophomore filling that role of Cole Alford, as you said earlier.
Mm-hmm. I'm shocked that was not a first down right there. That looked like he went a good 15 to 20 yards. But I guess it was just breaking out wide there on that pass.
Cats need to watch the clock here. 45 seconds. It's running. It shows us not having any timeouts, but I'm sure that we do. Nash back to pass. Throwing it across the middle. Got a man open. He dropped it.
It might have been tipped there by the Warren Central defender, number 21. He might have gotten a finger on that. The way that it looked like the ball dipped down just at the very end.
That was McCormick. That was wide.
Clock stops at 34 seconds.
It's 3rd and 1.
Ball on the Warren Central 33 right now as Franklin breaks through the line.
Okay, big 3rd down here. Nash hands it off to Aiden. Aiden pushes a Dragon defender down. Now the ball comes out, and the Dragons have it, and they may just run it back for a touchdown.
Runs a run. Get him, get him, get him.
He's going to run out of bounds at the 20-yard line with 21.8 seconds left. That ball popped right up out of Aiden's hands, right into a Dragon defender. I believe that was Raymond North on that return. And the Dragons, Cody, could flip this football game right on its head here at the end of this first half.
What a change in momentum that was here to end this half possibly.
Now, we know that, or we don't believe that Central has much of a kicking game. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is going to be touchdown or nothing. They marked him out at the 22-yard line.
Kathan Forte, I think if you can get him around 20-ish yards, might be able to put it across the uprights.
Done. Throws it out in the flat. Got a man out there. It's caught.
Laundry.
And here's a flag down. Not sure what that's going to be.
Looked like possibly holding out there on the outside.
And a Wildcat is down. So just 15 seconds left.
That was Arian McCormick slow to get up, but he looks like he is heading back towards the sideline. Hopefully something he can just shake off. He's done great.
Coach Davidson is not a happy camper again.
Holding on the Dragons.
Yep. So that'll be 10 yards from the spot, so that takes it back to the 25.
And 15 ticks of the clock left up there.
So it's first and looks about 13 from the 25. Man, the Dragons had a little momentum right there. Negated for the Cats, thankfully,
wounds.
by that penalty. Yep. Done. Drops back, rolls left, under a lot of pressure. Got a man wide open, and he dropped it.
Boy, what a gift wrap drop that was.
DeJuan
for Franklin-Simpson.
DeJuan Simmons.
Oh, there was a lot more than a single second that went off the clock. What happened there?
Ooh, yeah, I don't know.
Was that blown dead? What happened with the clock? There was only 15 ticks of the clock there. Now there's 14 even.
Good question.
I don't think anybody's picking up on the clock here. What happened with the clock?
Well, I think we know what happened.
No, I'm serious. Nobody's caught this.
2nd and 13.
Did I miss something?
I don't know. I did not look. Here's
Chucks
the pass. Caught. And that's Simmons. He caught that one. He's still on his feet. And now the Dragons need to take a quick timeout at the 10-yard line. And now we are going to see if they've got a kicking game or not. If they do, they're sure to try to put 3 points on the board. If they don't, they'll be going for it from the 10-yard line.
I'm just standing here stunned right now, Brian, trying to understand what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know. I did not.
I think there was 15.6 left up on the clock from what we could see, and now all of a sudden it just 1.5 seconds ticked off there. And that's it. That should be the end of the half.
Yeah, conceivably, but that's beyond our obvious control, unfortunately.
Wow.
And yeah, they're gonna kick a field goal. Forte, I don't know if he pronounces it Fort or Forte, but I would say Fort. Used to be a young man, played basketball in Franklin, spelled it that way, and he pronounced it Fort, but who knows?
You know, I go back to former Chicago Browns running back Matt Forte.
Matt Forte, yep.
So that's what I like.
All right, this is going to be spotted at, nope, they're going to call a timeout first.
Timeout, Dragons.
So I guess they're going to use that last timeout just to maybe Coach Davidson's thinking about changing his mind here, Cody. We'll see. I think from a coaching perspective, you may be thinking at this point, I don't know if field goals is going to win this game. Mm-hmm. We might need to think touchdown. So maybe that's why we'll see if he sends the kicking team back out there or not.
Yeah, Forte's headed back out.
Yep. And you could be looking at a fake here. Wouldn't that be something?
I do see big number 77 walking back out onto the field, and I don't know if he's played a ton of snaps on offense, so maybe he's just in there for blocking support.
All right, here we go.
Field goal.
So unless there's a penalty, this will be the last play of the first half. And guess what?
Timeout, Franklin.
Franklin calls a timeout that we didn't even know they had any because it's not showing any on the board, but I think that's the first one that the Cats have called, to my knowledge. So that should still leave us with 2. Now, the clock did say 3.5. Now it says 2.8, and the ball was not snapped. So
I tell you what, you and I should be taking a break right now talking to each other about what we're going to talk about in this halftime. presentation because, homecoming here at Warren Central, they're going to have some extra time on the clock, and you and I should be talking about what we're going to be talking about. But we're not. We're going to have to fix the 3.5 up
now
there
have
on the
to
clock.
Fix that. Yeah.
I don't know what to think about that.
35. The Dragons would love that, wouldn't they?
They've been given
there we go.
14 when it should have been about 7.
Now we're back to 3.5. And they're still, looks like they still got plans to kick this.
Trying to ice the kicker a little bit there is head coach Max Chaney from Franklin-Simpson.
Ball spotted at the 15, so it's a 25-yard kick. Snap, set, kick, blocked. And the Cats can return this.
Still on his feet.
They do across midfield and finally stopped there. But that's how, man. And now, this half is not over because I just saw a yellow hanky fly up into the air. So hold the phone here because you can't end a quarter or a half on a penalty.
It was hard to see all the way on that side of the field, but it looked like freshman number 21, Fisher West.
They're going to call unsportsmanlike on Franklin-Simpson. There's no doubt what the penalty is because they ran onto the field, and they should not have done that.
That'll be added to the kick.
They'll start that. No, because Central gets the ball first, so I'm not sure how they'll do this.
Probably back us up, I think, to start the third quarter.
Back us up and make us kick from there,
Yeah, 15 yards. But that was Fisher West, number 21, who was listed as a freshman, 6'4", 165, who got that one and fought his way down across midfield. Did a great job there on the return, Brian.
Okay, well, they have sent the respective teams off of the field. The officials still at almost said half court. Am I ready for basketball or what? Midfield discussing it, but I think that, and here goes Coach Davidson. He's still not happy. He feels like he's been left out of some stuff tonight, and I kind of agree with him to an extent.
Well, he was gifted an opportunity there at the end of that half, only getting
but
1.5 seconds.
I mean, he doesn't have anything to do with that. He doesn't run the clock. He can't control that one way or the other.
He certainly was unhappy about the accepted penalty there whenever we had the offside.
He's still talking to him about that.
A Wildcat is
a strategic thinker, an empowered learner, collaborative communicator,
and a engaged citizen.
Introducing the Franklin-Simpson profile of a Wildcat.
It's how Wildcats think.
It's how Wildcats lead themselves.
It's our Wildcats in our heads.
It's how Wildcats impact the world. Our mission at Franklin-Simpson is to bring the profile of a Wildcat to life every day.
Hi, my name is Shelby Ford, and I'm your 2026 to 2027 Franklin-Simpson FFA Vice President. You might think of FFA and think it's just farming, but it's not. And it's an experience where you learn leadership skills, serve the community, and make memories that will last a lifetime. We've already had an incredible summer. We started off by going to our FFA camp, and most of our exec team participated in that. Then we served our local farmers, and we served on People Serving People and participated in Kentucky FFA convention. Returned from our Kentucky State Fair, where some of our teams participated in nursery, livestock judging, and seed ID. We're looking forward to our annual bow shoot this Saturday, August 29th, where we'll be hosting it at the community park. We're also having ongoing mum sales through the 25th, and to order, you need to reach out to either an FFA member or you can visit our Facebook page online.
What is your favorite thing about being an FFA? Either overall or at Franklin-Simpson?
I would have to say the friends that I make and how we get to reach out to other parts of the state and meet new people.
What are the requirements of being an FFA at our school? What does someone have to do?
You just have to be in an ag class, and your dues are paid for.
All right, define an ag class. Do you know what classes or?
We have a vet class. You first have to start off and take the principles of ag class. It's just like a basic class, and then you can go to greenhouse, you can go into floral design. There's a shop class and there's a vet class. There's probably a couple more, but we're so excited for another great year of Franklin-Simpson FFA.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank, is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When your car needs service, you don't have time to wait around. At Grease Monkey, we're locally owned and ready to get you back on the road with our 15-minute oil change. But we do more than just oil changes, from tire rotation and AC services to diesel and fleet services, transmission and coolant fluid exchange, fuel filters, wiper blades, engine air filters, and cabin air filters. We can keep your vehicle running at its best. Fast, friendly, local, done fast, done right. Grease Monkey, more than just an oil change.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten, we'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some wire on some poles that we have recently changed out. As they age, they start to crack or rot at the bottom, so we try to stay ahead of those types of outages. Probably the neatest part of working here. So working in the community that I live in and grew up in, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from that. You know, if there is an outage, there's a good chance that you're restoring power, maybe to a family member, a friend, your preacher, something like that. So just being able to help and serve the people that you know, that's a good feeling.
When your car needs service, you don't have time to wait around. At Grease Monkey, we're locally owned and ready to get you back on the road with our 15-minute oil change. But we do more than just oil changes, from tire rotation and AC services to diesel and fleet services, transmission and coolant fluid exchange, fuel filters, wiper blades, engine air filters, and cabin air filters. We can keep your vehicle running at its best. Fast, friendly, local, done fast, done right. Grease Monkey, more than just an oil change.
Possibly be to these young people. They're learning. That's the point of that program, is for them to learn how to do this and what's expected and how to hook everything up, and to say derogatory things on the live stream about them is quite frankly unheard of and uncalled for. So I would just ask you to do that. You want to say something negative about myself? Please, by all means do. You wouldn't be the first one. You certainly won't be the last. But let's try to do our best to respect these young people as they try to do their best in bringing you, the viewer, a free stream that you can pull up every Friday night from the comfort of your home or a restaurant or wherever you may be, driving down the road even. So let's just remember that this is a student-ran, student-produced thing, and thank them for their efforts rather than berate them for their efforts. And that is my soapbox now for the night. All right, we'll step away, take another break here on 92.3 WFKN. 21-7. Wildcats lead it here at the half.
Okay.
Give me about 5 minutes. I got to calm down.
Okay.
Whew.
First up, we'll be announcing our friends and critics. The Franklin-Simpson has the most votes from the freshman, sophomore, and junior classes. Our 2026 football homecoming prince is Derwin Carver.
This is going to be interesting. Got to get my
They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down.
One.
Central High School, it's halftime as the Cats with a 21-7 lead. Homecoming king and queen have been announced, and Cody, I hate to tell you, you didn't win either. So,
oh man,
I know you kind of had your heart set, but no awards for you tonight. But you do have your beautiful mug on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9 now. I went through my tirade, so you don't have to add to that about that. But let's recap this first half.
Absolutely.
Honestly, at this point, with that turnover there late, probably a game the Cats are fortunate to still be up 2 touchdowns.
You know, that right there was about as big of a momentum-shifting turnover that was not capitalized on that we'll see all season.
Yeah.
And for this to be a 2-score game right now, that could have been a potential backbreaker for a young Franklin-Simpson Wildcat football team. So, with them having the ability to shut that down the way that they did and then finish it up with a blocked kick, not just a missed kick, but in fact a blocked kick. Sorry to our viewers, as you and I right now are looking over this way to our right, even though on screen it's the opposite direction. With an additional 30 minutes. That's not going to be 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay.
We were concerned.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. 3 minutes. There's the 3 minutes that we all know and love.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
That we still don't understand, but we've come to love it.
Yeah, absolutely. It just means I've got 3 more minutes to figure this thing out. But
I think we'll need more than 3 minutes to figure anything out, Cody.
So my main takeaway from that first half, though, Brian, has to be the self-inflicted wounds. Really on both parts of both teams. There was multiple false start penalties, the really awkward offside penalty, the holding down here on Warren Central's part after they got the huge fumble recovery that was returned nearly for a touchdown when they got out of bounds. You know, this game still could be within reach easily for Warren Central the way that they can throw the field.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball coming out of the halftime. So,
and that first drive that they had, it was extremely well scripted. It was exactly what they needed to do on their own parts to get the ball up and down the field. And they did a good job of moving those chains without the deep pass as well. It wasn't just the one long deep bomb that they had that got them into the end zone. It was multiple plays up and down the field there on that initial drive. So I'm curious how much of that we'll see because Franklin owned that second quarter, that 7-minute drive that they had to get things going and moving it as we got our coaches going by us. Good luck, coaches. It doesn't shut all the way. It's all good. But
it's been a door problem all night.
It has been a door problem.
But at least the lights have stayed on tonight.
The lights have stayed on. Our mics have stayed on.
Yes, broadcast, as far as we know, has stayed on.
Thank you. Thank you to our producer back in studio, Kendra. Kendra, I'm so excited. I don't know if you're watching our stream right now, Kendra, but we appreciate you so much. It is. I am.
Kendra don't want to see us. She has to hear us. She sure don't want to see us. So.
You know, we might not be much to look at, but.
Kendra is a pro's pro. Let me tell you, she's the best.
She sure is.
Between her and Keith, we are blessed with wonderful board ops. Have been at it a long time and know what they're doing and can make us sound even halfway decent is a miracle. So
absolutely.
What's your keys to the second half, Cody Schuler?
Key to the second half, I think, is going to go right in line with what we saw there in the second quarter. We got to get the ball, maintain possession, and I would think that if we could get one more deep, long drive into this third quarter, that might put it out of reach against this Warren Central team. So one stand and one long, give me another 6, 7, 8 minute drive from this Wildcat offense, and that might be enough to put this Dragons team away.
Yeah. Nail, meat, coffin at that point. We're ready for the second half. As I said, the Dragons, they won the pregame coin flip and deferred. So they'll get the ball first here in this second half. They'll be going left to right on your radio dial.
Brody McAllister, man, I'm so thankful for that kid out here on this football field.
What an asset he is to this football team.
Because I don't know if we saw another kicker quite like him a season ago. We even named him our Pelican Snowball Player of the Game because I think that was a relatively high-scoring football game.
Yes, it was.
And he had, I want to say, there was 7 touchbacks.
We're underway.
6-7.
Back here at Warren Central, the Dragons have the football and great coverage on that kickoff.
A takedown right there.
And I did not notice, but yeah, they did not enforce any penalty there on that kickoff from the end of the first half. So maybe that flag, they just decided, maybe that was just a practice flag or something, and they decided not to do that. So anyway, it's the Dragons' ball at their own, this will be about the 24-yard line, 1st and 10 from there.
Given some history, they might have just forgotten about it.
Well, that's just true.
Kidding.
Here we go. Cats lead at 21-7. Dragons with the football. And that was a false start. No flag. And another pass that should have been called out there from Green.
The third one tonight, I believe.
I'm telling you, Cody, his receivers have not done him any favors.
And that's not contested.
You didn't get that one either, did you?
No, I didn't.
Done him any favors?
Missed it.
Quarterback done.
I've got to brush up on my dad jokes.
You do, for sure. You're going to be up here with me very long. You got to, buddy.
But an uncontested drop right there. That hurts the hearts of your fans.
Several of those tonight for the Dragons. Handoff. Running room. A lot of running room. First down and then some for number 6, Derwin Carver. I'm surprised we haven't called his name more tonight. He led the Dragons last week, 8 rushes for 50 yards. And, Cody, that may be the first time he's rushed the ball tonight.
It might have been. I want to say there was one other one early in this first quarter, but nothing that has really been overly impressive to this point. But they only had 4 rushes from a running back a season ago. The offensive plan of attack lies in the right arm of Dunn.
It is 1st and 10 now out across the, where's the ball marked at? Not the 24. I got to stop looking at the scoreboard for any information. Snap back, pass caught out there this time. That's by Carter, and he jukes and gets a first down out near the 47. I believe they'll give him a first down.
Dangerously close to being able to cut that one up field there, but just narrowly steps out of bounds.
And it is a first down. So far, so good on this opening drive for the Dragons. Their opening drive of the night, they marched right down the field, scored their only touchdown of the night. Since then, have not moved the ball at all until this current drive.
These highly scripted drives to begin the halves.
Seems to be where they thrive, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Done. Handoff again. Carver.
Lots of
right up the gap. Runs over a couple of Wildcats for a first down inside the 40 to the 37.
Man, he cut that thing upfield so fast. He looked like he was a sprinter jumping off the starting line.
Where was he the first half? That's
an athlete that needs more utilization.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 from the 37.
Into Wildcat territory big time.
Dragons just doing whatever they like here. Can the Wildcat defense step up? Done. Handoff this time, right up the middle. That's to number 23.
Ball
and
on the field. Ball on the field.
Let's see.
Fight for it. There's a skirmish. No
Dragons
call
got
yet.
It back. Yeah, the Dragons got it back.
Okay.
A Bracey on the carry. I'm not sure why you'd take the ball back out of Carver's hands there.
He just ran back out on the field. Yeah.
2nd and about 8. Looked like a gain of about, no, 2nd and 9, gain of 1.
I think that fumble pushed him back a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because he had 3 or 4 yards there. 9:15 left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 9 for the Dragons from the Wildcat 36. Carter in motion. Dunn keeps it himself.
On
this
the
time,
ground. No,
his
that's a
helmet
helmet
came off again. That's at least the 2nd time tonight that young man's lost his helmet. And he will have to, again, come out. And now a late flag is going to be on the Wildcats, I think. No, I think it's going to be on Central. Central's reacting. Yeah, it's going to be on the Dragons.
Waiting to see the call.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against the Dragons.
Against the Dragons.
And,
And
offsetting.
Franklin.
So they called offsettings. Mm-hmm. So we'll just pretend like that never happened.
As Dunn is coming over here to get another helmet.
I still don't think, but he can't go back in right now. Yeah, there goes big number 17 back out there, Cox, to run the offense. And, I would say Dunn needs a new helmet. That one's not staying. His old one's just not staying on there. So here we go. Then this is a big 3rd and 9 to not have your quarterback out there on. Cox takes a snap. The lefty rolls
looking
left.
to throw.
Looking. Throws it out there. Just throws it in the ground.
Yeah.
Probably a good decision. Wildcats had several in coverage over there.
What faith Kenny Davidson must have in that backup quarterback to bring him out there, just his 2nd play of the game, and have a rolling to his left throw. Yeah.
Rolling to his arm side. Wow.
Taps him on the helmet as he comes back over here, does one of the assistants.
So 4th and 5. Now this, you talk about things that could swing a game, Cody. This could do it right here. Either way. 4th and 5 from the 32.
Franklin-Simpson defense, time to stand up.
Dunn's back in there. Got 2 receivers each way. He gets a snap. Looks across the middle. It should have been picked off and then was caught for a 1st down.
Wow.
I honestly thought we had it.
I thought Himshoot had it.
I did. I thought he had it.
But I think his finger on the ball there slowed it down just enough for the receiver to bring it in.
That's a 1st down to the 19.
A good opening drive here to get the 3rd quarter started.
Here we go, Dunn in the gun. Back to pass. Looks across the middle. Just a little drop-off pass. He gets it complete. Man still on his feet. He's going to go into the end zone, and that's going to be a Dragon touchdown. Number 0, Raymond North, waltzes in untouched from 19 yards out. And just like that, the Dragons are back in this football game.
Laps there on defense.
And you know what they went to there, Cody? They went to the shorter passes.
Yes.
Rather than trying to throw it deep. They went to the intermediate stuff, and boy, did it work really successfully, that drive.
Kind of what we saw a week ago in the Whites Creek game.
You're right.
Again, with the absence of the Division I prospect Holland a week ago, they went to the intermediate, the shorter passes.
Extra point is good. New score with 8:01 to play in the 3rd quarter. Franklin-Simpson 21, Warren Central 14 on 9.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
Whites Creek over at Warren East. The Cats offense needs to answer here.
Need an answer, needed in a big way. I would love to see Franklin-Simpson's offense come through here. We were stuck, it felt like, in first gear for the entirety of that second half.
And what you'd like to see here from the Cats is one of those long, time-consuming drives. Burn some of this clock out because the Dragons just took 4 minutes to score. Here we go. Great run back here by, who is that?
That's Jeremiah Payne.
Jeremiah Payne, the freshman. Runs it back almost to midfield. And now Wildcat down. Maybe a cramp. It is a cramp.
Going back to get Fisher West there, the freshman. Fisher West, I tell you what, I want the one thing I want to point out right there, he's getting a cramp. But you see who ran back to him?
Absolutely.
Was the ball carrier,
freshman. And
Jeremiah Payne.
The freshman, being a leader.
That is leadership. That is sportsmanship. That is phenomenal work there by Jeremiah Payne. Good on you, young man.
Yeah, definitely a cramping situation. It is a rather muggy night still. I'm surprised we haven't had more cramps, but probably the farther we get in the game, we may be more apt to see more of them.
Holding steady at 78 degrees here at Warren Central High School. 7:49 to play here in the third. Brian, I think we've got it in us to hit this big drive.
We're starting with good field position for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're almost at midfield, so.
Back's not against the wall or anything like that. We've got a full open playbook, I would imagine, here.
Yep, absolutely.
For this first drive. Fisher West getting stretched out there on the Warren Central side of the sideline.
What number is that?
Fisher West?
Yeah.
21.
21. I think it's number 20, Cody.
Is that Kason Jones?
I think it is. Now coaches from both staffs going to come over and check on him. He's having a rough time.
Yeah.
Now he's going to pop up.
Get that man some mustard
That
and some
is,
pickle juice.
yes, that is Kason. Kason Jones. He's been out there a lot tonight. And you can tell he's still tight, but he's jogging off the field, so that's a good sign.
You know, I remember those Charlie horses. I would get each hamstring.
Yep.
Just, I tell you what, that thing would seize up and take your breath away.
All right, so I think those festivities are over, and we'll get back to playing football here.
This has been a fun one.
It has. It was a fun game last Friday. Frustrating, but fun at times. Didn't end the way we wanted it to.
I don't want to talk about it.
It was entertaining.
I don't want to talk about it. Hurts my heart.
Nash, handoff. That is Aiden Jones into Dragon territory at the 48. It'll be second and about 5, so a gain of about 5.
Good first down run. See Jackson Price running out onto the field.
do not believe the Cats have attempted a pass tonight, have they?
Yes.
They did one. That's
Yes.
right. You're exactly right.
Reception by Jones.
That's right.
Fumble.
Ball's fumbled, and the Cats get back on it, thankfully.
Good work there by Nash.
Payne went in motion there. Nash tried to take the snap, couldn't handle it. And now it's third and about 8.
Nash Ballou has done a phenomenal job running the offense so far through the first game and this first half of football here tonight and continuing into the third quarter. That's the first mishap fumbling the football there
Big
that we've
third
seen this
down
season.
here. Handoff. Zay running right. Running room. First down and then some. All the way down to the 30-yard line.
Strong running right there by Zay Hampton, showing off that burst of speed right when he needs it, but being patient to let his blockers get out in front of him.
He gets to the 28. They'll mark him there.
Zay Hampton has shown tremendous growth as a runner here this season as a senior.
Yes. He understands how important he is to this football team. And he is he's stepping up when they need him. First and 10 from the 28. Nash, handoff, Aiden over the left side. Good yards on first down, probably about 6 or 7. I didn't do that intentionally.
I tell you what, the one thing that opposing defenses have to hate is whenever Zay Hampton just gashed you for 20 yards, and then you've got that bowling ball of Aiden Jones coming across the line of scrimmage on a first down run with a head full of steam.
And who really wants to step in front of him at that point, you know? They gave him 6, so it's 2nd and 4. Ball's on the 22-yard line. This is that area on the field where sometimes the Cats like to do a little play action. Nope, just straight handoff. Not going to be, I don't think, first down yardage, but it's going to be close.
Aiden Jones got stood up there
Yes,
at the line of scrimmage.
He's going to be about a yard short, so 3rd and 1.
Nice job pushing the pile. Kason Hemshoot making his way into the game here on offense. It's still just wild to see Donovan Dudley just stand over the top of some of these kids.
Yes. Clock ticks, 4:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Nash, handoff. Aiden has first down and dropped there, but the chains will move again.
Right off the right guard there, moving the chains up the field, closer to a touchdown. And we talked about having a good long drive. We've already run 3.5 minutes off the clock, and it continues to tick with 4:30 to go here in the 3rd. Warren Central offense hates to see our offense come onto the field.
1st and 10 from the 16. Nash hands it off. Not much running room there for Kason Jones. Good to see him back out there after going off with a cramp.
Yeah, got him some Gatorade and back out onto the field.
Got a couple of yards on first down. If this ends a 1-score game, the Dragons will kick themselves for not capitalizing on that turnover there at the end of the first half.
So many moving pieces in that final 30 seconds of that
Nash, handoff, Hampton, running left, got some blockers, cuts it up.
Nice.
Now cuts outside and is going to be driven out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Ridden out of bounds there by Green. And could not bring Zay Hampton down.
No.
Zay showing off some off-season weight room work.
And Zay's helmet popped off, so he'll have to set out a play.
Green riding him like a jockey all the way out into the sideline.
1st and goal at the 1. Dragons realize they don't have enough players out there.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say here comes Aiden Jones.
You could be right.
The lone setback.
Nash turns around, hands it off.
Oh.
Short. And that was not Jones.
That was Kaysen.
Kaysen J was a Jones, but it was Kaysen.
I didn't
not
even.
Aiden.
I guess I just missed him. I didn't see Kaysen back there.
Yeah, he and Cam Anderson will check out. On second and goal, that was actually a loss of a yard, so it's second and goal from the 2.
Wildcats taking their time here getting these play calls in.
We're under 2 minutes now in the third quarter, and now Coach.
Run the play clock all the way down there.
Yeah, and then call that timeout. We'll keep it here during this timeout. 1:53 left in the third quarter. Let me see if I've had any more scores sent to me. One of the most surprising ones that I saw was, well, I haven't sent an update. That last score we got at halftime, DuPont Manual was leading South Warren 21-7.
Wow.
But we haven't had a update on that lately. St. X beating Bowling Green 33-10 at the end of the third quarter. And that's just about it. Next update we'll have will be a bunch of finals come in around the same time. So the Cats call the timeout, and we still don't know how many we have. The second half, we didn't get credit for any either, so, you know, I don't know.
That light is out on the scoreboard just
I
for
guess
everybody
so, yeah.
listening.
Yeah. Second goal from the 2. 1:53 left in the third quarter. Aiden goes in motion, handoff.
Still on his feet.
Still on his feet. 3 Dragons couldn't bring him down, and he walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Wow, the strength of Aiden Jones right there to carry that football off the left side and into the end zone.
It was not Jones who went in motion and set that block, of course. It was Braden Wood. You've mentioned his name a couple of times tonight. He set a nice block out there for Aiden to get into that end zone. Braden kind of played the role of fullback there. McAllister on for the extra point, and it is good again. 1:49 left third quarter. Franklin now leads 28-14 over.
When your car needs service, you don't have time to wait around. At Grease Monkey, we're locally owned and ready to get you back on the road with our 15-minute oil change. But we do more than just oil changes, from tire rotation and AC services to diesel and fleet services, transmission and coolant fluid exchange, fuel filters, wiper blades, engine air filters, and cabin air filters. We can keep your vehicle running at its best. Fast, friendly, local. Done fast, done right. Grease Monkey, more than just an oil change.
Times, I guess, and we've scored 4 touchdowns. So that's a pretty good ratio.
With the 1 fumble.
With the 1 fumble, yep.
Green's going to be back deep for the Dragons again. Been a up and down game for the returner of Warren Central.
For a fact it has.
Let's see what happens here at the end of the third quarter.
All right, McAllister, foot to ball. It's away. And it's going to be returned from the 10. Out across the 20, the 30, the 40. Still on his feet. And finally falls down at about the 37-yard line. So a 27-yard return there for the Dragons, and they have given themselves nice field position.
Yeah, looks like Green's going to remain down here.
Yeah, he took
and he's hurt.
He really got twisted up there at the end of that play. And that young man has had himself a nice ball game tonight.
I think he's in pain.
And I think they're going, are they calling for a stretcher right off the bat?
I'm curious why trainers aren't just running out there. Saw
somebody's running.
Saw an assistant
but
coach run away towards the concessions area almost, but I think their locker room is also that way.
Don't want to speculate, but he definitely did get twisted up there towards the end of that play.
I'm going with cramp.
I think that'd be best case scenario.
Yeah, I'm going with cramp.
And the reason I don't think it's a cramp, they're not trying to stretch him out. I don't think they are. He's
getting
gonna
pulled
get
up to his feet. Yeah, he's got a water, and he's going to shake it off.
You know, I said probably towards the end of this game, we're going to start seeing some more as hydration becomes an issue the longer you play. And
Well, to start this game, we were, I think, about 84 degrees. And while the temperatures remained up a little bit, it certainly felt warmer than 84 degrees with the sun directly in our faces here.
Yep.
So there was that aspect of it. And especially all these kids and all their gear and everything they've got on.
Absolutely.
Getting warmed up for the game. They run through a lot of sweat. So you hope that they've rehydrated here throughout as Green's continuing to get stretched out there on the sideline. I think he's good to go.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Dragons from the 37, and now a flag flies before the plays even run. A delay of game. Boy, that was quick.
Sure enough.
Good night. The young man just got off the field. Illegal participation is what they call it.
Oh, okay.
So they had too many on the field.
Too many
okay. I can go with that now. I knew that could not be a delayed game.
When I saw Coach Davidson down there on the sideline and he wasn't going off, I was like, okay, there's something else.
St. X beat Bowling Green 39-10.
Another wide receiver screen.
Not for much. That's probably maybe a gain of a couple because it was 1st and 15.
Case and him shoot.
Yeah.
He was on a mission to get out there and get to that receiver on that one. He sniffed that one out early and saw Dunn turn his head the very second he touched the football and was out there like a laser beam.
Don't forget to be rumbling around in your head your Pelican Snowballs of Franklin player of the game.
That might be a tough one here tonight.
It was Aiden Jones last week. Maybe we'll get to have a post-game talk with the coach tonight. That would be a nice event. We didn't get to do that last week. Pass away, caught. Going to be short of a first down. They'll give him forward progress up to near the 45, I would say, the 44. It's going to be 4th down and about 2 yards, I think, 2 or 3 yards.
30 seconds to play here in this 3rd quarter.
They haven't set the ball yet, so I don't think.
Oh.
And there went another Dragon just fell out.
That might be a little. He's been watching some college football, is how I'll say that one.
Yeah, but I don't think you would do that when you're on offense. That's usually what the defense does. If you're faking it.
The way he went down.
But it could be. I think both teams need some hydration anyway. Both teams are struggling. I'm struggling.
They're not taking a timeout off the board here, Brian. And I.
Oh, no, they're not going to call a timeout. They're not going to make them call a timeout.
I saw that one go down, and that's.
I agree, in theory. But again, you typically don't see the offense do that.
Yeah.
The defense does that. Is it possible? Absolutely.
Yeah. There we go. He's doing okay.
He's not exactly a reindeer, but he's going to live, I think. So, you know, when it looked like he got sniped out there a while ago, I was worried. But
Oh, the clock just started. They wound the clock.
It will, yeah.
Okay.
It's another reason why there would have been no reason to fake that, because there was nothing to be gained by it other than just getting a drink of water. So that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Wildcats with the 28-14 lead. We'll come back with the fourth and final quarter right after these messages on 92.3 WFKN.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
Back out there quick.
5.
The fourth quarter begins with a completed pass to Ramon North for a first down across midfield into Wildcat territory. And just like that, the Dragons are back in business, 1st and 10. They're down 2 scores, so they're going to have to pick up the pace somewhat on offense, try to score quickly, and then see if their defense can stop the Wildcats, something that has not done but one time tonight. Here's a handoff. I think that's Carver, Derwin Carver, the junior running back, for a good run on first down of about 5 yards, maybe 6. And that's going to make it second and 4. So they will give him 6. Finally, they just now spotted the football after all that time.
Just one play and already nearly a minute coming off the clock.
It took them forever to spot the ball, which works out great for the Cats. Handoff,
Whoa.
Nothing doing that time.
That's a loss.
Big number 31, Hunter Wood.
D.C. Patterson coming in to help with that stop there, too. I tell you what, Brian, D.C. Patterson has really impressed me here to start this season.
The Wildcats have got some dudes up there now. So that was no gain. Back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 4, and the Dragons don't seem to necessarily be in all that big of a rush. Dunn comes in with the play. Breaks the huddle. Gets them lined up with 2 receivers each way. Carter has to get up on the line and finally does. Now Dunn, across the middle, got a man, caught, first down. That is North again, I think. Yep. Ramon North has been everywhere tonight for the Dragons. The 6'2 senior receiver runs out of the slot a lot. He did that time.
North letting them hear about it, too, after the catch. And I'm sure that Franklin-Simpson defense is probably yelling back, scoreboard.
9:45 to play in the ball game. Dunn gets a snap, hands it to Carver. Right. Got hit hard and dropped hard after a gain of about 2.
Jackson Gass, all gas, no brakes on that hit, took him down.
Jackson Gass last week, 12 tackles. 5 of those were solo in that loss against Whites Creek, and he's picked up right where he left off last Friday night.
Jackson Gass, so much fun out there on the football field. Getting a talking to right there from referees, it appears. Him and one of the Central Dragons.
Probably a little chatter after the play there between a couple of young men.
That's 2 alpha dogs out there on the football field.
All right, this is not a timeout, guys. What are we doing? Franklin walking towards the sideline like they thought a timeout was called, and now they're going to have to.
Coaches and everyone were out on the field. Yeah, I'm unsure what just happened there. I don't know what to make of that, but here we are with 2nd down.
Dunn drops back. Plenty of time. Looks, got a man open. Touchdown.
No.
Guess who? Ramon North. And just like that, Cody Schuler, we've got ourselves a game again. A beautiful ball by Dunn.
A beautiful ball. And rather than running with the receiver, ran an underneath the route.
Yep.
And tried to jump for it, but too good of a pitch and catch there from Dunn to North.
In the 3rd quarter, Barron County leads Glasgow 42-35. They're having a good old-fashioned shootout up in Glasgow tonight.
This is turning into such.
It certainly is.
Right here at Warren Central.
Snap. The kick's going to be blocked. I think Coach Davidson wants an offsides on the Cats, and it would have been close. But he's not going to get it. And that is huge. That's
massive.
A massive play in this ball game with 8:43 left. The extra point attempt, no good. We'll keep it here. 28-20. And the Cats are going to get the football back. And, man, you talk about ground and pound right here.
8:43 to play in this one. We'll see if your Wildcats can pull off another really big drive. We've had one of 6 minutes. We've had the last one win about 5 minutes. Your Wildcats needing to put together another time-draining drive.
Absolutely.
That's how we are 8 points ahead in this one after the snap was a little too low there for the extra point, it appeared.
Yeah, the kicker, he never, he never had a chance. So.
Never had a chance.
And he'll kick it away this time under less stress.
Payne and Patterson back deep for your Wildcats. Those 2 young men have done a really nice job so far.
Mm-hmm. Kicks away.
Patterson's got it.
And it's going to be Patterson. DC across the 30 and dropped there, but to the 31 in great field position for the Cats.
DC Patterson, the sophomore.
All right, so we know what the Cats are going to want to do.
Stretching out another cramp.
Yeah, another cramp. This time for the Dragons again. You can just about guarantee it. This time of year, game gets late, cramps are going to become a problem. They got 2 guys down, as a matter of fact, right now.
And Coach Kenny Davidson, man, he's going to have no voice tomorrow.
No.
He's going to need some chamomile tea or something with some lemon and honey in it after this game is over with. For all the talking that he's been doing to these referees, he has given them an earful here tonight.
He certainly has.
There's the whistle, but Nobody from Central is ready to go out there on the field
not even
right now.
Close. So now Franklin-Simpson's going to call a timeout. Let's take one as well with 8:34 left to play. 28-20 on 92.3 WFKN.
We've been with Franklin Bank since 92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
A wildcat is a strategic thinker, an empowered learner,
collaborative communicator,
and engaged citizen.
Introducing the Franklin-Simpson profile of a wildcat.
It's how wildcats think.
It's how wildcats lead themselves.
It's our wildcats in our hands.
It's how wildcats impact the world. Our mission at Franklin-Simpson is to bring the profile of a wildcat to life.
Jones, Aiden with the carry.
Brian, with all the cramps that we've been seeing going on down there on the field at this point from Warren Central, with these long drives the Wildcats have been putting together, you do have to take into account now what the training has been like for Warren Central.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they don't play a lot of guys either. They don't even have a lot of guys.
Right.
So, and the ones they do have are trying to play both ways, and that's about impossible.
The physicality has got to start getting to them at this point.
Absolutely. Just not a very deep roster. Handoff. Hampton.
There goes Zay.
Zay to midfield and a first down. A gain of 18.
Zay Hampton slipping between tacklers right there. Did a phenomenal job making up that ground and getting out to a really good run.
And Zay's going out with a cramp. He's able to walk off, but his legs are tight. Zay's throwing his hat into the ring for possible consideration. First and 10 from midfield. Cats in no hurry here.
Cam Anderson in the backfield.
Handoff was to Roby, to Payne, Jeremiah Payne, and he's tripped up after a 5-yard gain. But man, that freshman, he's got a little scoot in him.
He's got some get up and go. He's seen a seam right there. And really, even on when he got tripped up, he did a complete rollover, and he wanted to keep going. He saw nothing but end zone out in front of him.
2nd and 5. 6.5 minutes to play. Handoff. There he goes again. Payne. Jeremiah has a first down and then some. To the 35, giving 10 yards on that run. So 15 yards and 2 carries for the freshman, Jeremiah Payne.
Jeremiah Payne looking every bit the freshman that he was in last week's game on a couple of runs that he had there where he was not just going past people, but going over people.
And we tick under 6 minutes. Warren Central just has 2 timeouts left, so they have to use those judiciously. Handoff.
Oh, there's
right
a big
up
run.
the gut.
Stiff arm.
And three late flags come in. I think it's going to be a face mask. Aiden ran it down to the 20.
What is the preliminary call here?
with 3 flags down, there could be a couple of different penalties, and they may wind up offsetting. We'll see.
Well, they're going to talk about it a little more. Davidson getting in
Coach
there.
Davidson getting a little more of his money's worth. Now the official's going to chit-chat. And now the call. Face mask. I knew I saw a face mask. Couple of face masks.
Couple.
One on each team, and they were, in fact, offsetting.
Okay. So I didn't see Aiden's hand go up quite like they claim it did, but sure enough, we're still left with 1st and 10.
That's right.
Really nice run there from Aiden.
It was. And the best news for Franklin-Simpson, you still have the football, and the clock is moving.
Zay Hampton back into the game, got himself some fluids, and back out there ready to do some more damage.
1st and 10 from the 35. Handoff. Jones to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. But tick, tick, tick goes that clock.
Right at 5 minutes to play now. Warren Central doesn't need much to move the football down the field in terms of clock.
They certainly don't. But boy, are the Wildcats ever taking their time. Second and 10 from the 35. Hampton goes in motion. Handoff. All kind of hurt now.
Man.
And that's not a good scenario for the Wildcats, as the handoff was to Kason Jones. And I think the Dragons smelled that one out. Coach Davidson was jumping up and down on the sidelines, telling his defense what play was going to be ran, and he hit the nail on the proverbial head, and they sniffed it out.
Bringing up the first truly 3rd and long for our Wildcats this entire game.
3rd and 14.
As we're about to dip under the 4-minute mark.
And the fact that that was just a loss of 4 yards is a miracle.
Gave them a lot of forward progress right there.
Here we go. Will the Cats put it in the air? 3rd and long from the 41.
You're the Dragon faithful.
Yeah. And now
timeout Wildcats.
Franklin-Simpson has to call a timeout. I know that's the second one we've called. So we have probably one left.
But perhaps most importantly here, right here, Brian, just 3:41 left on the clock here in the 4th quarter. That last 2 plays took off over a full minute.
But on the other side of that coin, you just saved the Dragons from having to use one of their timeouts.
For sure.
So if you don't convert here, Central calls one of their 2, and things could get interesting.
With 3:41 left on the clock and 2 timeouts, which I anticipate this being at least a 10-second or so play happening on the board here for the Wildcats. After that 10 seconds comes off, if we do get into a punt formation, that'll be an additional 10. So looking for 3:20 to 3:25 to be on the clock for Warren Central if we do not convert here on 3rd down.
And that's if they don't take their timeouts or do take their timeouts. And will the Cats put the ball in the air here? That's probably the $1 million question here.
We've done it a couple of times.
If you put it in the air
looked pretty good
and don't convert, the clock stops. So, and that's almost like giving the Dragons another timeout. So a lot of thought going into this play on both sides of the ball. Here we go, 3rd and long.
Case and him shoot in the backfield.
I think they're going to throw the ball. Nash drops back to throw it. Wants to throw it deep. Got a flag down. Going to be a holding penalty on the Cats. I think that will be, I think you'll decline that. Make it 4th down if you're Central. Holding on the Cats, yep. I saw that one. I don't see every hold, but I saw that one. So now, and they do decline it. So now things get real interesting. Cats have to punt the ball away on 4th down.
First punt of the game for the Wildcats here with 3:32 on the clock here in the 4th. It is 4th and 14, clinging to an 8-point lead, 20-28. Let's see what the right leg of Brody McAllister has here. If he can pin them back inside the 20, or if we go on and kick it into the end zone and accept the touchback. Either way, I look for Warren Central to probably try to even bring it out.
Snaps back, kick is away, and it too.
Around the 21, 22-yard line.
Not bad. You can live with that if you're
at the 22.
If you're the Cats,
for sure.
Okay. Unfortunately, that played out.
Time came off the clock.
That played out exactly the way Warren Central wanted it to.
How does no time come off of the clock right there? We punted the ball away, and no time comes off. That's at least 2 to 3 seconds.
I don't know how much was up there. So
the exact time.
1st and 10 from the 22.
78 yards to go to tie this one up, potentially, with a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that extra point is going to come back to haunt. Handoff.
Wow.
Carver gets away from about 3 Cats, now gets wrapped up back at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Brian, not at all what I expected right there. I expected intermediate to short passing, wide receiver screens.
Yeah, did not expect to see a run.
Because now this just allows the clock to continue to tick away.
And by the time you run another play, you're going to be under 3 minutes.
I completely disagree with that play call there for the Dragons.
But we'll take it.
I'll take it. I'm wearing an FS on my hat.
Dragons still trying to get guys lined up and in the right spot. We're at 2:55. Done. Drops back, looks to throw. No, that was a straight keeper that time. And he's got a lot of running room. He's got a 1st down and then some. His helmet came off again.
And the line judge is spotting him where his helmet came off.
Yeah, I think after your helmet comes off, I don't think you can advance the ball any farther. That's a good catch. And man,
still good enough for a 1st down.
But your starting quarterback's got to go out of the game.
3rd time.
For the 3rd time.
3rd time here tonight. I don't know what that chin strap is doing, but it ain't doing its job.
And he even changed helmets, remember?
Yes.
1st and 10 from the 37. We're almost down to 2:15 to play. We are down to 2:15 to play. Cox throws it out in the flat. That would have been better off for the Dragons if that had been incomplete.
Loss of 4.
It was caught by North.
Maybe 5.
Man, what a huge loss. And we tick under 2 minutes to play. They're still sitting on 2 timeouts.
Oh, boy. Heavy dose of Ramondre North right here is what I'm expecting. Because we've now run into 2nd and I think they put him back even further.
Golly, I cannot believe all this
is that
time.
2nd and 16?
Yeah, it's, yeah, probably. Yeah, the ball's at the 32. 2nd and 15. Ball's at the 32. Here we go. Done. Throws it out in the flat. Caught. Don't do a late hit there, guys.
Got to be careful there with any kind of late game penalty like this is unforgivable.
Houston Carter made the catch back at the original line of scrimmage, so it's 3rd and 10. Obviously, 2 down territory for the Dragons. 1:28 to play. They trail it 28-20. They had an extra point on their last touchdown that they never were able to get off. And that could wind up being the difference in this ball game. Done. 3-step drop. Looks across the middle. Should have been picked, and it wasn't.
My goodness, Jackson Price.
He overshot his receiver probably by 3 or 4 feet over his head. And now this football game comes down to a 4th and 9 play from the Dragons' 38-yard line.
1:24, Brian, here on the clock. 4th and 9. J.C. Roby firing up that defensive line. He needs to get to that quarterback. Collapse that pocket.
3 receivers out to the right.
Biggest play of the game.
Done. Drops. Now he can throw it. He does. And intercepted.
Cam Anderson, baby.
Cam Anderson. He threw again into double coverage, and he paid the price that time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, should wrap this baby up.
Cam Anderson coming up big time, living up to that Anderson name. His older brother, a Franklin-Simpson legend in his own right, playing at Union. And here he is as a sophomore showing up in the biggest possible moment for this Franklin-Simpson Wildcat defense. In the absence of Cole Alford, he has been back there all night long and did a phenomenal job right there to follow the receiver as Wildcats call timeout. And look at him just swarmed by his teammates.
Cats do call their final timeout. What an exciting end to this one. I'll tell you, if the first 2 weeks of excitement are any indication, we're in for a fantastic season here of Wildcat football.
I'm going to move this camera around here, Brian, because, all right, we're going to get ourselves into focus here. And I don't know if they can see us or not.
Who knows?
But like, I just want everybody on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9 right now to see the smile on mine and Brian's face, because that right there tops off this game. That was huge. Cam Anderson, congratulations, young man. That was a massive pick for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, that's the kind of season-defining moment for a underclassman.
Yes.
That makes the rest of the season feel like you are running downhill.
So the Cats should be able to go into victory formation. The Dragons do have 2 timeouts. It'll be interesting to see if they use them or not. We'll see what the Cats decide to do, and it does appear it'll be victory formation.
I think we got us a Pelican Snowball Player of the Game after that.
Nope, they're going to hand it off.
Oh, wow.
Kaysen Jones.
Get down.
He does need to get down. Whew. Get out to the 39. Yes, I agree with you. So that'll be your task when this one is over, is tracking that young man down.
I don't even know how to get out to the field.
I think there's a gate right down there. You'll see it. Yeah. And now, the Dragons do take one of their 2 timeouts. So they're going to make the Cats earn it, and that's, you can respect that.
Yeah, coming up here, it's 2nd down and about 4.
Because like we talked about last Friday night, the Cats walked off the field with 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
And when you make a team snap the ball, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Literally anything.
We were fighting for yardage right there when we needed to get down.
If you're Warren Central in this situation, make Franklin-Simpson snap the ball. Stranger things have happened.
Congratulations to Warren Central here tonight. They have put up a fight on their homecoming.
I'm telling you.
Coming in slightly undersized.
If they were a little deeper, if their roster was a little deeper and they had more bodies, they'd be a pretty good football. They got some guys. I mean, they got some size. They got some speed. There's just not very many of them.
I think a play call here and there as well that got their previous drive here going could really change the outlook of this one. But a first down here obviously seals it. 2nd and 4.
And the Cats jump. So, see, there you go. So, again, anything can happen. And that makes it 2nd and 9 all of a sudden.
That's okay, though. I'm okay with 2nd and 9. Just run them up the middle here, make them take that
I'm not
one
sure
last
why
timeout.
you're running the ball at all. I'm not sure why you're not in victory formation. Like, they can only stop it one more time.
That's true.
I mean, Nash takes snap, handoff. Kaysen Jones on that carry. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And Warren Central will, in fact, burn that last time out.
So we'll get this one last offensive play in here. And at that point,
they can't stop it again. So
at that point, there will be approximately 56-ish seconds left. And so I am unsure at that point, Brian, what we'll be looking at in terms of play clock.
I think at that point, yeah, because you'd still have you wouldn't be able to sit on it. You should have already done that, and the game be over with. But you pick up 1st down, it's all a moot point if you run the ball.
Offense making their way back out here onto the field. Yeah, our Pelican snowball player of the game here tonight, I think we got to go Cam Anderson after that pick.
Yeah, I do too. And I like giving it to a guy who did some stuff on defense every once in a while anyway. Hampton on the run, drops short. It's going to be 4th down, and they're waving their arms, but I don't think Central's got any timeouts, do they?
No, but there was a flag out there.
Oh, I missed the flag. Okay.
And
holding.
I did not love. I didn't love the play call right there. Getting out wide, the handoff did not appear to be too clean.
Nope, it was not. So now they'll talk to Coach Kenny and give him his options. Boy, don't you know he's thinking right now, I wish I had one more timeout.
The end of that first half,
yes,
really will be one that Warren Central is going to go home and keep them awake tonight.
I mean, if they score a touchdown there, we're tied right now, more than likely, because you never know what might have happened on the extra point. That's, so, that will keep him up tonight. So he's trying to
let's make a decision.
Figure out all
Coach.
of his options.
It's almost 9:30.
Yeah, high school football games are becoming college-length games, and it's not necessary. So a hold against Franklin-Simpson, decline.
Oh, okay.
So it is 4th down. 4th and 3. Now what do you do if you're Coach Cheney? You got to punt it, don't you? I mean, you cannot run the risk of not getting the 1st down. Because then the clock does stop.
You have to punt in this situation. I don't care what analytics tell you. There is no option other than to punt, and you tell your punter there in McAllister, get the ball away.
Yes.
No matter what, you get this punt away.
This game is not over. Probably should be. It's not. And now flag flies. Now what's this? Offsides. So the Cats were lined up offsides. So they'll call it a false start.
Well, 43.5 seconds to play.
Here we go. Snaps away, punts away.
Line drive. Taking a good bounce right there.
Woo, he took a chance.
Sure did.
And lands it at the 40. So with 39 seconds left, Warren Central needs to go 60 yards with no timeouts. Can they? Absolutely.
You know, the question here is, do they come out and run it first play?
I would not, certainly would not believe so.
That's a huge question. But I fully anticipate seeing throws out to the sidelines here.
Yep.
Trying to move the chains. .39 ticks of a clock from Franklin-Simpson's first win of the season.
And they're 12th in the row in this series. Dunn to pass.
Get him.
Gets flushed out. Going to keep it. Try to get to the sideline. He does. Good gain. And he doesn't take a lot of time. 33 seconds.
Pick up about 7 there.
And gets
Brian.
to almost midfield. You want to kind of get, if you can't get anything else, if you're Warren Central, you want to get in that Hail Mary range, you know. And only the coaching staff knows where he needs to be in order to, where that magic number is on the field, where they would feel comfortable with him doing that.
Picked up 7 ticks of the clock come off right there.
So he was running a yard a second. I'd say that's pretty fast.
That's pretty fast, especially for dropping back and then taking off.
Yeah, this is true. Done. Back. Flushed again. Flushed again. Now he's in a world of hurt. Now he just needs to get out of bounds, and he does. Don't hit him. Great defense down the field by the Cats. Had those receivers just covered up, and he had nowhere to go. And that makes it, that's a loss of 5, so it's 3rd and 8. Not a lot of high school teams have screenplays. If you did, boy, right now, with the way that Wildcat line is trying to get to the quarterback, if Warren Central ran a screen and ran it successful, they would run a long way.
I think we've been seeing Case and Himshoot kind of shadowing Dunn, waiting for him to possibly run out of the
bad snap on the ground. He does a great job of picking it up. Now he's going to heave it. Does. Got a man out there. Broken up.
Nice work there. I believe that's Jackson Price.
You know, that receiver probably should have came back and tried to get to that ball, and it was clearly underthrown.
Yeah. Or that might have been Arian McCormick.
I think it was McCormick.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, so now this football game comes down to a 4th down. 4th and 8. 20 seconds left. These are those plays you practice all camp long, end of game, 20 seconds, it's 4th down.
4th and 8.
Over and over and over, thinking you'll never need them. And here you are. Can the Cats defense stand up? Throw across the middle. He had a man wide open and missed him. North was open again, and he threw it over his head. Thank the Cats' lucky stars.
Just about an inch too high out of North's reach right there.
Woo.
That was something else.
And that, we believe, will do it.
Yeah, I think that's going to spell the end right there.
Cats will get to 1-1 on the season as they prepare to play in the friendly confines next Friday night.
You know, I can't wait to be back home. It's felt like a long time since we've been able to be there.
Now the Cats can go into victory formation, and this football game is over with. The Cats win it 28-20 over a game Warren Central Dragons team here tonight. And these Dragons, listen, they were outmanned everywhere. They don't have anything to hang their heads about as they leave here tonight. We'll come back and wrap it up. Hope to talk to Coach Cheney as well for his post-game thoughts after these messages on WFKN.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When your car needs service, you don't have time to wait around. At Grease Monkey, we're locally owned and ready to get you back on the road with our 15-minute oil change. But we do more than just oil changes, from tire rotation and AC services to diesel and fleet services, transmission and coolant fluid exchange, fuel filters, wiper blades, engine air filters, and cabin air filters. We can keep your vehicle running at its best. Fast, friendly, local. Done fast, done right. Grease Monkey, more than just an oil change.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten, we'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some